Okay, welcome back to some anime Dark Souls. Not really though. It was really funny because when I was talking to the Bandai people, I was just listening in to other people talk to them, and everyone kept mentioning anime Dark Souls, and I'm pretty sure they've been trained not to refer to Code Vein as anime Dark Souls because you don't want to label stuff, but it is what it is. You earn your reputation, and I can't really find anything to distinguish it other than that. But anyway, so welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Nick, and we are once again continuing to show you guys some of my personal gameplay from E3 2018. I'm back at home now in Canada, but I still have a ton of footage to show you guys. It's actually going to be a lot easier to make because I'm back on my desktop and rendering videos won't take 3 hours anymore. My laptop is a little outdated, so probably we'll pick up a new one for next year when I go to E3, if I go to E3 again. But yeah, this is Code Vein. This is the second demo that they brought along with them. The newest build. If you guys recall, I showed you guys some gameplay a couple months ago that I captured at a private Bandai event. This was different in that there's a new boss, as well we have a new companion. There's actually 2 new companions that you can choose from. In the last build I showed you guys, I was playing with Mia. She was a long-range gun person, and that was the most fail of fails, trying to block that. So one thing I noticed that I haven't seen a shield in this game yet, so shields may not exist in this game, so we'll see how that progresses along. But yeah, we got some new allies as well as a quote-unquote new area, even though this area is a little brighter than the one before it. It still has that really grungy feel. What I'm really hoping for is that they're gonna be introducing some more unique environments and vistas for us to kind of explore, rather than this kind of dungeon crawly thing that I basically have played the last 2 demos. That's the biggest thing I think that's going to distinguish this from Dark Souls is the environment, because the gameplay honestly it feels similar as I'm staring into this wall in terms of how it controls. The controls are really tight, they're very intuitive, they're very responsive, but I think that in order to differentiate itself from the Souls franchise or the Bloodborne franchise, we have a couple new games that were announced at E3 as well. That Shadows Die Twice game being published by Activision and made by From Software. And yeah, I think you'll need a very unique environment, because as of right now, the only thing I have experienced thus far are basically these kind of grungy dungeon crawling areas. If you take Dark Souls, even though the games were kind of like centered around one specific castle or area, surrounding the area you had like a different ton of unique environments, marshes, swamps, mountains. Haven't seen anything like that quite yet. But one thing that does differentiate this game from the previous games that I've mentioned is the power system.
Should we take a look around?
As you can see, we have a bunch of abilities. I've touched upon this in the previous episode, but I'll go through it again just in case you haven't watched it yet. So this game has a unique power system. You see that 10 out of 10, that is your ability points. You can increase that by leeching off of enemies. I forget what the max for this demo was, but as you can see, each ability is tied to a number, and when you use it, you obviously deplete your ability gauge. You can refresh that by using the special drain attack, or just by throwing down combos, just regular combos, and you can, as you can see, I just got revived there by my partner, just by throwing down some combos, and then it will gradually build up by itself. And another cool thing about this game is, because it has a partner system, your partner can actually revive you if you fall in battle. They'll actually donate some of their blood and their health points to revive you. And the same thing works vice versa as well. If they get down, you can donate some of your blood to revive them as well. And you kind of want to make sure that you're on top of that, because there's actually a limited amount of time for you to actually pull that off. If you take too long, they will die, and then you'll just be kind of left vulnerable for a while. As you can see, I just got revived there once again. So you can either revive them, or you can donate some of your health. I think donating your health preemptively is a more efficient way, so you don't have to donate too much blood. But yeah, so the next thing about this demo is they've introduced a new boss called the Invading Executioner. Basically, she's a stripper. I'll say what it is. I'll say it. She was basically a stripper. She literally has a stripper pole and she swings around it. And the time limit for this demo was 15 minutes. That's all I had to play it, as I'm kind of shuffling around here to I'm still trying to get.
Still too early to give up.
I was getting used to the controls again. So yeah. So I'm assuming that she was weak against the ice ability that we have. In the last demo I showed you guys, you added electric damage to your sword, and this one you can add ice damage to your sword. So I'm assuming she was probably weak against ice damage. I found that was the best way that I could take her down. I used the first part of this demo just to explore a bit, get used to controls, and pick up some random stuff all over again. But yeah, she was fairly tough. I was talking to a bunch of people at the booth, and I was talking to people who ran the demo, and no one had actually beaten her yet that day. That being said, I did play this demo on the first day, so maybe after day 2 and 3 we could have had a wiener. Somebody maybe would have pulled it off, but I tried my best. Within the 15-minute time frame, I got 2 runs at her that I was able to try. And I've always said this before, but that your biggest enemy at E3 events or events in general are basically the time. You just don't have enough time to do everything that you want, just because there are people behind you playing and they want to record as well. So yeah, I tried my best. I got her down to a really low health. I thought I was gonna pull it off, but it didn't happen. So yeah, you activate the boss battle by activating this missile, and it can take you straight there. Her attacks, I don't think they were difficult to. I always find it difficult to parry. I'll be honest with you. Parry is such a high risk, high reward ability, and that I generally lean on a shield. But because there's no shield in this game, as I can see thus far, when you block with your sword, it still doesn't block as much as I would have wanted to, as you can see right there. This is my very first run at her, so I wasn't 100% sure what her attack pattern was going to be like. So yeah, she has a spin attack where she'll actually shoot water at you. She'll spin around and kind of like shoot these water bubbles at you, as well as she has this really powerful lunge thrust attack that it's easy to dodge, but if you're too close to her at one time, it's really difficult to dodge out of the way when she's that close to you. So I think the best thing I can do is recommend that you stay at medium distance. That way, when she goes for the lunge attack, then you can try your best to do some rolls out of the way. In situations like this, it's also I find it's really important to use as bad as it sounds, to use your partner as a distraction in order for her to wail on him. See, I failed to revive Lewis in time, and this is where it all goes south. Use your partner as a distraction, and then that way you can kind of build up your you can heal yourself, build up your stamina again, and then try to get some back hits on her as much as you possibly can. But yeah, you're gonna see my second or third and final run. I can't remember exactly, but I do get really close here. I think I swapped out with my partner as well for a more heavy-handed one. But yeah, enjoy the rest of the gameplay. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions about Code Vein, leave them in the comment below, and I will try my best to answer them. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and as always, have a fantastic day.